I know there are other Lightroom tutorial which will tell you how to make brown effect, how to make green effect, how to make black effect. But if you follow those tutorial, then you are just going to simply copy them without understanding anything. You read the title, Master Lightroom Mobile, Beginner to Expert Tutorial Series. I am Omkar and welcome you all on my channel OTP Photography. First of all, a question to you all. Why should you watch my video and how is it any different from other Lightroom tutorials available on YouTube? I have gone through that initial phase where everything is just new and there is so much more to learn. So I can understand the point of view of a beginner photographer. The thing that I have noticed with the current tutorials from the famous YouTubers is that those are very high-paced tutorials. There is a lot of content in short amount of time, and many times they just assume that the viewer has a strong technical background knowledge, and which is not always the case, right? Anyway, coming back to the Lightroom. Now, Lightroom is a software where you will need some amount of technical knowledge to completely understand it and get the best out of it. So I am going to explain everything at a moderate pace and in a very easy to understand way. So this series is going to be the one where everything is covered in great detail, and I'll make sure that all the basics are covered. I know there are other Lightroom tutorial which will tell you how to make brown effect, how to make green effect, how to make black effect. But if you follow those tutorials, then you are just going to simply copy them without understanding anything. I mean, it's okay to take inspiration from some of those videos to get idea about how things work. But if you understand completely how each and every function works, then you can do all sorts of things in the Lightroom. With strong basic knowledge, you won't be creatively restricted. And I strongly believe that if you follow all the videos in the series, then as the title suggests, you can be the master of Lightroom. So this is the part 1 of Master Lightroom Mobile series. And in this particular video, I'll be talking about basic functions and basic interface of the Lightroom mobile application and how you can understand some of the image organization tools. The original Lightroom software, which is used by most of the photographers, is made for PCs. But the Lightroom mobile application is a free version of that, and it brings us a lot of functionality from it. Before getting into the application, if you are new to the photography world and don't know what is the fuss about photo editing, I strongly believe that everyone should be aware of why they are doing something. And similarly for photo editing, you should know why. I'll highly recommend you to go and watch my previous video where I have explained why and how you should edit your photos before getting into this particular video. I'll link that video in the I button as well as the link is present in the description. You can check that out. First, you need to get the Lightroom application installed on your phone. It is available for free for both Android and iOS. Now, when you first download the app, you will have to sign into it. And now the first important step is to import the photo in Lightroom that you want to edit. I have already imported 2 photos as it shows here. There are 2 different ways for you to import the photo into the application. You can click here on this plus button and it will open up the gallery for you to choose the picture. Another way is to go into your photo gallery and click on the share button. From the available option, you have to click on this icon which says add to Lightroom, and it will import the photo into the Lightroom app. Once you import a photo, it will show up here in all photos section. As you can see, I have already imported 2 of my photos. If you have multiple photos added, it will show them all here. By default, it will categorize them according to the date taken of every image. Now remember this carefully. It will display the images based on the date they were taken on. So if you import an old photo, then it will not show up on the top of the list. This is a very small thing but very important, as it can be frustrating if you don't see your image even after importing it several times. Now to change this setting, all you have to do is go into the menu by clicking these 3 dots. Now click on the option which says sort by capture date. And in this list, you can choose whichever way you want to sort your images. You can choose the import date option if you want your recently imported photos to show up on top of the list. You can even choose the option of the modified date if you want. Now I am just going to keep it as it is. Now moving into the actual interface part, tap on the image that you want to edit. Now I am recording my screen in landscape mode, so it will look slightly different than the portrait mode. Now Lightroom is a photo editing application as well as it is a photo organization application also. So on top left corner, click on this drop down menu which says edit. Here there are 4 modes. First mode is the edit mode where you will edit your photos, and it is the default mode when you open any image. Second mode is the info mode. Here you can see all the details of the image. You can add title, caption and copyright information on your photos. It also shows the rating and flag information which we'll talk about in a minute. Below that, it will also show all the basic information from the photograph here. It shows the image format, image file name, resolution of the image, the device you use to capture the photo, and the exposure data, that is shutter speed, aperture and ISO. Now don't worry about these terms for now if you are unfamiliar about them. And at last you can even add some keywords to your image so that you can search it later for better organization purpose. The next mode here is rate and review. So if you just swipe right and left here, you can see all the images and you can quickly move around your images and rate them. Later while editing, you can sort the images based on their rating and only edit those which you like the most. And the last mode here is activity, which is really not useful, so I'll not waste time talking about it. As you all can see, I am trying to be as thorough as possible in my explanations. So if you think this is something useful and interesting, then please consider subscribing to the channel. If you are enjoying to the content and not subscribing,
बुरा लगता है भाई, आप लोग भी जानते हो, दिल से लगता है भाई.
let's continue with the video. The feature on the right side which are marked with this blue star are only available in the premium version. So don't worry about them now. Let's move on and talk briefly about each tab here. The first one is a crop and rotation tool. You can drag these handles and crop your image as you like. On the right hand side there are bunch of options. The first one is the aspect ratio. If I click on it, then it will show multiple preset aspect ratios, or you can even create your own custom aspect ratio also. Now the aspect ratio is ratio between width and height of the photo. If I choose 1:1, then it is basically a square. As you can see, the handles are square. The 9:16 or 16:9 is used for most PCs. So choose it if you want to create a wallpaper for your laptop. The 4:5 aspect ratio is useful for Instagram posts. So I'll just choose 4:5 here and crop out the unnecessary part of the image. If you unlock it, then you can freely change the aspect ratio by using this crop handle. As you can see here, it is not really following any particular aspect ratio. I can just freely move around it. And if I just lock it here, the option that you chose from the aspect ratios will be locked. Third option is to straighten the image. Now if I click here, then nothing is happening here because there are no horizontal or vertical lines in this particular image, so it cannot detect them automatically. Otherwise you can just swipe up and down here to change the angle manually. You can always click on the undo button on the top to go back to the previous step. The next two options are to rotate the image by 90° clockwise and anti-clockwise. Those are pretty simple to understand. And the last two options are the flip option. First one is to flip image horizontally. Basically you can mirror the image, and the second one is to flip the image vertically. Now I'll just hit OK here and apply the settings to get out of this tab. The next tab here is Profiles tab. These are nothing but predefined settings which you can directly use on your photos, something like the Instagram filters. You can click on any profile here and adjust the intensity. Let's say by example, if I click on this artistic one, then you can see that it has applied that effect, and I can change the intensity with the help of this slider. I can even decrease and increase it accordingly. I don't like to use them generally, so I'll just close the tab. Next tab is for auto correction. I'll just talk about it in a minute. The next one is the light tab. Here you have basic options to change exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, whites and blacks. And the next tab is the color tab. Here you can change the white balance, vibrance, saturation of the image. Now if I click on the auto correction button here, the auto correction button, it automatically adjusts the basic tones and the color settings. You can use this if you want a quick starting point for editing your photos. Now there are more modes like effects mode, where there are options for texture, clarity, dehaze, and also you can add vignette, you can add grains. Another options are for details, which can reduce noise, you can sharpen the image, you can reduce the color noise. In the upcoming parts, I am going to explain these settings in a lot of detail. In the lights tab, here is an option called curves. These curves are very useful and slightly difficult to understand at start, but I will have a separate video for that. Similarly, I will have a separate detailed video for each of these settings. In the next part, I will explain the light tab, which is basically these 6 settings which you can see here. That's all from today's video. Hope you learned something new. If you want to learn more about Lightroom and photography in general, do consider subscribing to the channel. A lot of interesting content is on the way. Follow me on Instagram at OTP Photography. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.